think I got this. Hold my coffee. Here I go. Gotta get all the TNT. All the TNT. Can't blow up. Simple game. Simple sport. So far, so good. Nope, you don't get me. Nope. Whoa, 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 whoa. Aww. Hey, I lived at least. Oh, crash cam. Oops. Hello everybody, this is Etho, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play series. The camera swirling thing's harder than you might expect. It takes a little bit of skill. I messed up there. So today, to begin with here, I'm going to try to tell you a story real quick, okay? Kind of set the stage for our episode here. You guys might not know this, but before I joined Minecraft, before I even started the Let's Play series and the YouTube channel and all that, before all that, like, when you think of me now, you think of me as the Redstone guy, right? Or a lot of you do anyways. Before that, though, I was the TNT guy. I was the cannon guy. I was on a server for like a month or so. Before Minecraft, before my Let's Play, before the YouTube. It was these like 10 or 20 people. This was back before we had health in the game even. Like, it hadn't come out yet. They were preparing for it. It was a PvP server where they were like planning strategies for like fighting and stuff. Like they would run these drills where they would try to build a fortified fortress in 15 minutes. They would surround it with cactus and lava moats and like set up these storage areas with arrows and and stuff like that. And of course, another big part of the server was building cannons, playing around with TNT. And that was what I was really into on the server. And that was kind of how I got started with Redstone, actually. I was making more and more complicated cannons. And to go along with that, you need more and more complicated redstone, right? So eventually, like the first redstone thing I really built that was complicated was a variable timer for the TNT. So you could choose if you wanted a long shot or a short shot with the cannon. Anyways, I'm rambling. My point is, I used to be really good with TNT. Nowadays, like, they've changed it so many times, I have no idea how anything works anymore. I'm no longer the cannon guy, right? And I miss that. So today we're going to be goofing around with TNT. We're going to be experimenting with it, having some fun, maybe building some cannons and stuff. Where is my stash? I moved it, didn't I? Oh, we got a little bit here. So to begin with, let's figure out some of the mechanics with TNT, okay? Let's go outside, somewhere we can blow stuff up. Ooh, sweeping edge. I decided let's use up our 90 levels here before I blow myself up repeatedly, too, is probably a good idea. Ooh, depth strider. Last one. Oh, I shouldn't have accepted that one. That was a waste. Okay. This is what we got in the end here. Depth Strider 3, Sweeping Edge 3 is good, Looting 3, Protection 4s are always nice. Infinity. Okay, so I think we're about ready to go here, guys. We got a little test site set up here. Let me sleep, please. Thank you. So we're going to do a simple test here to begin with. I want to see how close we can get to TNT without it actually killing us. And I'm going to be testing it with no armor, with iron armor, diamond armor, because these are like two things you usually get on a PvP server. And then my standard, like what I generally wear over here. And then our blast protection full suit over here. See what kind of difference that makes too. So what I'm going to do is just set up the TNT like this. Press the button. Oh, I guess I can't do it from down there. I'm going to guess we got to stand like here at least, right? Okay, so I took off 6 hearts. So the TNT, when we ignited it, it hopped up on the trap door here and blew everything up. So you wouldn't want to use a trap door to hold TNT in place, right? Maybe let's try to figure out what the max height it will hop up on something is. So this is, if we go here, you see the Y coordinate 63.0. If we go up on the trap door, it's 0.1875. So I got some snow slabs here. We'll go up one above that. So with with 2, it's 0.125. With 3, it is 0.25. So that's going to be the next stage up. Okay, so with no armor... Oh, it looks like it landed on the slab. Aha, so we gotta go up higher even. Added one more snow slab to this, so we're at 0.375. See if that's okay. With no armor, it seems we can stand like right here. Got us down to 1 heart, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks away, basically. Let's go ahead and heal up. We'll try it with iron armor next here. So this is our no armor line over here. I thought with iron armor we'd be able to get like up to here. That was my guess, but it really doesn't help very much. Like only like a quarter of a block. Like I think this is about the closest we can stand. So this line here is about how close we can get with no armor. With iron armor, it's about over here. Not much closer, only about a quarter block. But with diamond armor, we move quite a bit closer. I think up to about here. Let's try it out. I did one test and it seemed to work fine. Yeah, got down to 2 hearts or so over here. So that made a pretty big difference between iron and diamond. So what I'm wearing here is what I basically consider the best possible armor for general Minecraft. Like this is the dream here. You cannot put protection on elytra wings if you're not in creative. So like this is as good as it's going to get. If this was a diamond chest plate, we could survive a lot better. But we want to be able to fly, right? So I think about 3 blocks. Yeah, it got us down to 1.5. So right over here, it's about half a block closer than just diamond armor. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe we'll try to figure this out too. Is this the best possible blast protection armor you can get with 4 enchantments? Or is it like 3 blast and 1 protection 4? I'm not exactly sure about that. We'll try to figure that out too. Let's see if we can get right in with it here. Oh, we can. Okay, so that got us down to about 3 hearts or so. We'll try to do the same again, except we'll change out one of the pieces to something with protection 4 on. And just see what that does. Okay, so check this out. This should get us down to about 3 hearts. 3 hearts exactly. That's with 1 piece of blast protection and then 3 pieces of protection. Okay. With 3 pieces of blast protection, 1 of protection, it got us down to 3 hearts. With 2 and 2, 3 hearts. With 1 and 3, 3 hearts. Now, if we go entirely protection, though, 4 pieces of it, then we start having trouble. So you kind of want 3 protection 4s and 1 blast protection for the ideal mix, I think. If you're not using elytra wings. Come on, heal up. Saturation, here we go. Okay, so we're fully healed. This should kill us. Yeah. Alright, so learned quite a bit already. These slabs seem to be working, by the way, at 0.375. Anything lower than that, I think, is a little bit dangerous. I think it'll land on it. What we're going to figure out next is how vertical height affects us. So remember, with no armor, we could stand about here, 5 blocks away. We're going to go up 5 blocks vertically, and I'm assuming we should take about the same damage or less, is my assumption. I can't reach it, can I? Whoops. Alright, this is going to be a little bit tough to do. Gotta be fast. Like a ninja. We should live, though. Yeah, so we took a little bit less damage. I think the reason we took less damage is because if you look at our player model, we're kind of chunky, right? We stick out, like if we're standing right where we thought, or right where we think it's safe here, right here, we look at our player model, it goes over like 4 pixels on that block, right? But at our feet, we're flat with the block, so we're like a quarter block farther away vertically, right? Does that make sense? I think so. Okay, that's good to know. Alright guys, so we're going to start trying some weird stuff out here. So we got ourselves a slime launcher here we're going to stand on. And we have a 40 tick delay here. I'm pretty sure TNT still explodes in 40 ticks or 4 seconds. Like it always has. I don't think that changed. Basically, we stand here. It launches us up through the water here. This is going to be full of TNT. And I'm wondering if the motion we gained from the slime launcher will launch us higher in the air when the TNT explodes. And what is the perfect timing to it, too? I'm not sure. Let's try remove 3. So we should be in the air when the TNT explodes, I think. So that lands right above us in the water. Oh, did I get stuck on the ladder? I think I got stuck on the ladder, guys. Let's try that again. Oh, okay, so we were way too high there. Let's change the delay some more. We would want it to be longer then, actually. Let's go for what we originally had. Probably should eat first. Whoa, baby! Okay, that was kind of cool. The water probably slows us down a bit too, though, because it has friction. Okay, let's try change that again. I don't know if it's going to get much better than that. Here we go. That was pretty good. We didn't go as high that time. Okay, so that's the best launch we could get with this design, I think. I decided let's try a new design to really get the most out of it, though. So we don't want to pass through the water, because that'll slow us down. And we want the TNT in just the right spot when it explodes. I don't know what that right spot is, so we want to be able to adjust it, which with this new design we're going to be able to. And we want to be moving as fast as possible when the TNT explodes, I think. So we want to get launched right when the TNT explodes, I think. So with this design, basically we got a launcher for the TNT. It's going to launch it up. And at the top of the TNT arc is then where we get launched. And the TNT should hopefully be underneath us, is the plan. Let's go up there. Let's see if our untimed version here does anything. It's got a pressure plate I can drop it onto. If I can aim. Oh, come on. Really? Okay, I'm supposed to stand on the edge of the slime block here. Okay, I don't think the slime block launched us, right? So we got to shorten the delay on this. Okay, there we go. That was pretty good. Okay, guys, so I tried a whole bunch of different timings with this thing, a few different setups. I even blew it up like 5 times, but I couldn't get it any higher of a launch out of it, so I think it's not going to be a super useful idea. We would need more TNT, and we can just barely survive 1, right? We would need a resistance 2 beacon, and if you have 2, there's always that chance you'll like accidentally go into it not full health, and then you'll blow up, and then the second TNT is going to blow up all your gear, which would be really bad. But it was cool to see. Like, you can combine the launch power of the slime block with the TNT. We went higher with the 2 combined than you could go with either of them separately. So we kind of learned something with it, I guess. Now, I was thinking, you know what would be really fun? I don't know how many of you remember my old 360 cannon design. Is like really, really old. I thought it'd be cool if we could try to revise it with the new stuff added into the game, like shooting TNT out of dispensers. We'd be able to compact it a lot with that. And we got comparators and stuff. Now, I'm sure we could do something really cool. So we're going to try build a new version of it right in the middle here. See, the problem with like most cannons, it's like you see the guy, he's at the cannon. Oh, he's trying to shoot me. What do I do? What do I do? I'm going to walk 5 steps to the left and he'll never be able to hit me. Because I can only shoot straight, right? That's why I really like this old 360 cannon design. You could actually aim it and like have different shot powers and different timings to it. You could like actually hit moving targets and stuff with it if you got really good. What I think we're going to do... Trying to think how to design this. I think we'll do a 3x3 to begin with here. I think we can get rid of or get away with just like 1 water source in the very middle. The old design. Oh, I don't have any TNT with with me. Pretend this is TNT. The old design had like 8 TNT here. These were the things that launched the projectile, and the projectile TNTs were on the outside like this. We'll try to do something similar. Like there was 2 rings. The launcher and the other ring was the projectile TNTs. So I think we will use trap doors just to hold the water in place. And they hopefully won't block out the explosion power of the TNT. And then we'll have like a water source in the middle here. We'll drop the TNT vertically down into. And then we'll go fences. Did I just fall through? I'm not sure. Can I get back up? Oh, I don't think I shot far enough. Oh, no, we're good. Okay. Oh, is it because... I think I know what happens. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so you can place it, but you place it while you're in the collision box, so you just fall through then. Oh, that was a bad throw. That was a bad throw. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to try have the projectile TNT, the ones we're launching, on top of the fences here. And then the actual launching TNT is going to go right in the middle here. And depending on how many we put in the middle, will affect how far the shot goes. And we have 5 plus 5 plus 3 plus 3. 21 different angles we can shoot the TNT from. So hopefully that gives us a nice range of shooting. Now we got to figure out how we're going to get the TNT on these fences. Like I think, let's just try a test here. Kind of like what just happened to us. I think if we just ignite it on top of the fence, it might fall through. Let's see here. Okay, it does. Had to be ready to break it just in case. Okay, so we can't ignite it on top of the fences. Fences are a bit of a weird block because they only occupy 1 block space, but they have a collision box that's 1.5 blocks. You see we're at 81.5 on the Y coordinate, and the trap doors, they're lower. I think they're low enough they won't block the TNT explosion, so it'll go to the fences. And since these are higher, hopefully none of the explosion from the TNT gets dampened. That's what we're trying to avoid with this. So I guess we got to go at least 1 block higher for dropping the TNT. Like it's got to be at least at this height. I think we want to go 1 higher though, just so there's less chance of it hitting our frame when it launches. Yeah, actually, maybe we'll do this a little bit different. Like, the way I originally did it is I had a ring of redstone like this, and then you put your projectile TNT in for each launch, and then it triggers, right, and then it falls down on the fences. But this time, I think we're going to have a ring of dispensers. You see I got them over here. The problem with dispensers, though, is they're hard to control. Like, if you put a ring of redstone around the dispensers, every single one's going to shoot off TNT every time you launch it, right? So you got to tell it which ones you want to actually drop the TNT. And we can't really do the switch trick with this. Like, here, let me try demonstrate here. Where's my repeaters? Here they are. Like, if we try to make a switch like this, where we have a block in front that we can control, and then if there's a sticky piston here, this isn't going to work because dispensers get bud powered, right? Yeah, it would be over there. So, like, I was thinking we could control the pistons with a lever, and it'll either have the block over here or down there. But it doesn't matter, because if we send this a pulse, you hear that? It still triggers the dispenser wherever the block is. So we'd have to do it from a side angle if we actually wanted to do that, which would not be very good. Like, we'd have to have it there, and the piston over here, like that, and then have the repeater here. Oh, misclicked. Like that. And then if that block is up, but like over here, then it won't send a signal to the dispenser. Problem is, if we do that, this frame is going to stick out super far, and we're likely going to hit it with the trajectory of the TNT, it's going to fly upwards a bit, right? And then it's going to hit that and then fall straight down pretty much. So I think this is what we're going to do instead. We'll have hoppers above each of the dispensers, and then like the guy operating the cannon is going to be up at the top here, and he'll be able to see, oh, there's a guy over there. I think I got to throw in a TNT over here. It'll go down to the dispenser, but all the other dispensers are going to be empty, right? That way we don't have to load a ton of TNT into this. We don't have to worry about the dispensers running out of TNT. Oh, that's not the right block. And like it avoids the big problem cannons have. Cannons have a habit of blowing up. If you don't know, it's because of user error. So we want to try to avoid any possibility of user error while using a cannon. And to do that, you don't want the person having to place the TNT in the cannon somewhere, because if they put it in the wrong spot, that's what's going to destroy it. This way, because we're not actually placing the TNT, we're throwing it, there's no chance of us causing an explosion somewhere, hopefully. Alright, and then we'll run the ring of redstone around this, and we just got to send that a pulse at the whatever timing we want. So I guess let's see if we can figure out how we're going to do the middle here. We still need our launching TNT, the stuff that drops into the water there. And I figured we'd do dispensers in the middle. We'll keep these full of TNT all the time, if we can. And have them all face each other. Let's go over here. Should we do 8 or should we do 12? I think 8's probably good, right? We'll try 8 first off. And we want to be able to adjust these, so not all 8 get triggered every time. We want to be able to control the power of the cannon, how far it actually shoots. Because, like, if somebody gets too close, you still want to be able to hit them, right? Maybe I'll do it like this, actually. Let's go on top here. And have, like, another ring of redstone up here. And do it like this. So, not a complete ring. We'll do it like that. And then either use buttons or something else here. So yeah, redstone only travels 15 blocks, right? So if we have a bunch of buttons here, like over here, and that triggers the redstone line, the closer one will go farther than the farther one, right? So the closer one we'll try set up so it triggers all the dispensers, all 8 of them, and then the one block farther away, or 2 blocks farther away, will only trigger 3 sets, and another one will only control 2 sets, and one will only control 1 set, maybe. Oh, actually, you know, we could maybe use an item frame, right? I think I got them on me. Because we got 8 dispensers, and this has 8 outputs, right? Or 8 degrees of power. How does that work again? I hardly use these. If we have a comparator here, can you get it from the side? I don't know. No, the side doesn't work. It's got to be actually on the block. So if we... Oh, has it got to be behind the block, actually? Interesting. Like, I never use these hardly. Yeah, that would work. And I think it's 1 to 8, right? Or 0 to 8? 0 to 7, maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, too far. Too far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It does go to 8, really? And then that's... Oh, it doesn't go to 0. It goes to 1. Okay. 1 to 8. How do we make that work? Because this travels 2 blocks. And that only travels 1 each flick. So we could easily control like 4 degrees of power. I don't know about all 8 here, unless we do something fancy. What happens if we... What if we put a piston in the middle here? Let's try something. Let's go down here where we can blow stuff up. If you have a dispenser here and a piston here, and the arm blocks the dispenser, I don't think it'll launch the TNT, right? Oh, Let's just make sure. We don't have a lever. Okay, I guess I'll have to stand here. So if that's there, and then we trigger the dispenser, is it gonna shoot the TNT? Oh, it does, really? What if it's a full block? Let's try with a full block. Arm doesn't work. Oh, it still works. Okay. Alright, that idea is not gonna work. I thought we could, like, block 4 of them with the piston and control that. Alright, guys, so this episode's actually starting to get a little bit long. I decided I'll just work out the last couple pieces here off camera and show them to you. So this is our device for triggering the middle dispensers here. And depending on where the item frame is, controls 2, 4, 6, or 8 dispensers. So this is our first setting. To actually launch a cannon, I decided to put the button right in the middle of the cannon, so no matter where we are on the platform here, we should be able to reach this easily. You press it, there's redstone on top of that, it goes to the piston, that goes down in front of the comparator, and lets the signal through. So let's just check this out. Show it to you working. So at this setting here, it's at the first set of dispensers. It only travels to there. If we flip this 2 times, it goes to up to here. 2 more times, it goes to 6. And you know what happens on the last set. It goes all the way around, so triggers all 8. So that's pretty cool. Now the other thing we got to figure out is how to add a delay before triggering our ring here. Because we want to press a button and then have a little bit of a delay and then trigger the actual projectile TNT. And if possible, we'd like to be able to control that too. Remember, I said one of my first things I designed was a variable timer, and it was like a 10 by 10 area. So I worked out something a little bit fancy here. This basically does the same thing as my old timer, except it all fits in this neat little package here. You might recognize these 6 blocks here. This is a pretty popular timer setup thing. Maybe I'll just show you that first, because that's the basis of this. Was it like this? Turn these to subtract, and there we go. So now if you power that, it takes a long time for the signal to decay. Once the button goes off, you can see it starts to fade out, and then it finally shuts off. So that's basically what we do over here, and then we control how long it takes to fade off using our item frame here. That's also in subtracts. Oh, I should sleep here real quick. 1 sec. Okay, so check this out. This is like with no delay on our variable timer here. So we press a button, that turns on like right away, right? Flip it 1 more time. It's a little bit longer. A little bit longer. And I think every time we flip it, it adds 2 ticks of delay. So a 16 range, basically. Alright. The only problem is on the last one here, because these wooden buttons only last 15 ticks, and this is 16 ticks, it's not quite long enough of a pulse. Like if we use a lever, it'll be fine, but or a pressure plate or something. Like if we stand on here, this will eventually turn on. You see that? So we got to add a little bit extra delay if we want to use a wooden button, which we might end up doing with a cannon just so we have the full range. How do we do this? Let's put a block here, and something like this should work, right? I think so. Oh, and we gotta maybe add to that. Yeah, it does turn on now, though. Alright. Cool, so I'm going to try and install that on the cannon, and it should be about done then. Ah, yeah. So there we go, guys. That is our final cannon design, the bare bones redstone to it and all that. Not exactly a work of art to behold, but hopefully it works. That's all I care about. I did notice that's sticking out a bit far. I'm hoping the shot doesn't fly up and hit that. Might need to change that to slabs or something if it's in the way. But yeah, an important part of this, as you can see, we got nothing really blocking the shooting area. There's no like columns that run up to the top part there. So everything, all the controls are self-contained at the top, which is really important. And made a couple little tweaks to this so that it looks balanced. Instead of having the thing in the middle, we now have it on the left and the right here. We got our shot power on the left here that controls this part over here. And then we got the delay, which controls the ring down here. And basically, just like we saw before, let's see if we can get over here. With our timer here, the redstone torch goes down, and then it goes to, I think, 5 repeaters set at 4, so it's 20 ticks of delay, and then it finally goes to the ring and ignites our projectile TNT. So bare minimum, we're going to have 20 ticks of delay here, plus the 16 from our shot delay maximum, and I think I got maybe a couple other ticks of delay somewhere as well. So it's going to be around 40 max without hopefully exceeding that. If it exceeds it, the cannon's going to blow up is the problem. And I did put in our little extra delay that we needed for the button, so we got the full range. But anyways, guys, let's give this a try. This is the fun part now. I set up 5 targets. We got a red one, a lime green, green one up there, orange, and a yellow one over there. I doubt we're going to be able to hit them too well, but we'll see. Like, if we can hit all 5, that would be amazing, but I don't think we have that kind of control still, even with all our stuff here. But we'll see. Let's aim for the green one first. I think that's going to be the easiest to hit. So this is our center over here. I don't know. I'm assuming, hopefully, if we throw one in here, it's going to veer a bit to the right. And we'll change our shot power to maybe 4 TNT. Okay, and our delay, let's just set that a little bit higher. I don't know what we would need. That's probably good. And hopefully it doesn't blow up. This is going to be our first launch, guys. Are you ready? Here we go. Oh, man, that's such a scary sound. Oh, okay, that veered more right than I expected. I just realized we're actually missing something on here. I think there's a chance the TNT might fly up there and explode. But maybe not. I'm not sure exactly. Okay, let's try... Oh! Ah, really? No! Oh, that sucks. The TNT is exploding our item frames. It was almost perfect, guys. Almost. But we're back to the drawing board now. I think no matter how many blocks we throw in front of it, it's still going to kill the item frame, right? Yeah. Lame. So we just have to have the proper distance. I guess let's try to figure out what that is. Let's go over here. I think it's 8 blocks, if I remember right. I think that's the max range of TNT. Is that inside the block? What? Or was that a visual glitch? I think it was visual. Okay, let's go one closer. And... oh, yeah. So it's got to be this far. Let's count how many blocks that is. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, it's safe at 8. So the easiest way to fix this is just to lower the launching platform. So I dropped it down 3 blocks. Hopefully that's far enough away. The danger with that, though, is like the TNT shoots out of those dispensers at a random angle. And if it lands within the inner ring of trapdoors there, when the TNT launches it, it might ram against the fence because the fence is higher and then get stuck up there and blow up the launching platform and probably a little bit of our cannon. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes here. Let's go back up. Hopefully it's far enough away. We might need to go one lower, but we will see. Put these back. Okay, so let's get this back to... let's go for 6 this time. Shot delay we'll put up. And let's aim... I don't think we'll be able to hit that green target. So it's kind of in between these 2 angles. We'll see here. Man, that's terrifying. Oh, wow, It flew kind of randomly there. Oh, no! I guess that's why. Alright, we're done with the cannon for today, guys. What went wrong? Oh, you know, we should have put a ring of slabs on the inside and outside of the dispensers. If we put them one block lower, I bet you that would prevent the TNT from straying. But I'm not sure if that's what actually blew it up, because it, like, the amount of damage, it's like all 6 TNT exploded, right? From the center. Like, maybe it didn't land in the water properly. I'm not sure. I wish I could have saw what happened there. Anyways, let's go up there and just make sure our item frames survived, because that's what's most important. And then we'll wrap up with the comment of the day here. Oh, they didn't. Great. A true success. So you probably got to go one block lower still. Hopefully next episode we'll check it out again. But let's finish up here. Comment says, Etho, I cannot recommend you play Hollow Knight enough. It's an exploration platformer and it is brilliant, in my opinion. I don't even mean it as a series, but just in your spare time, please at least consider the game. I understand you're a very busy guy, but I've never played anything better. Platformers may not be your forte, but the story should more than make it worthwhile. Hollow Knight's actually in my list of Steam games. I just haven't played it yet. I got a bunch of games I want to check out, but haven't had time yet. But yeah, I'm definitely going to try that one out. It looked cool from what I saw. But I got to tell you, I love platformer games. Like, I grew up on platformer games. All the good games were platformers. Commander Keen, we got Cosmos, Jill of the Jungle, Duke Nukem, Sam, Secret Agent, Crystal Caves, you name it. Now I think when people think of platformers... Oh, don't forget Cave Story, guys. That's a newer one. But I think when people think of platformers now, they think of something like Super Meat Boy. You know, those type of platformers where you die repeatedly. They're good in their own way, but I think a lot of people don't like them. So they kind of associate platformers with hatred. And give platformers a bad rap. But there's lots of different varieties to platformers, and I think they're really good games in general. Even though they're not as common anymore. But yeah, anyways, guys, I think we definitely got to wrap up here. The episode's really long, so hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, as always, and I'll see you again in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.